Okay, number 3. The reason I picked that is because when I look at this problem, this looks very, very scary. Okay, so, but let me tell you, you don't have to worry about that because you know what? Do you know this side? Remember, you can only use them if they correspond, if they're in the same position. So 36 radical 2 corresponds is the same position as this piece right here. Do I know this side? Do I know the measurement of this side? Okay, there's no number given here, so I don't know that side. So I recommend you the following. There's 2 triangles, a small one and a bigger one. So the small triangle will be this will be R, this will be T, point S, this is 24. Okay, now I need to find this side. If the big piece is 36 and the little one is 6, this will be 36 minus 6. So the big piece minus the little one. Now I'm going to draw the big triangle. So when drawing the big triangle, I'm going to do this. This is point V, point Q, and point S. Now, I know that the big piece is 36. From here to here is 36. I know from here to here is 36. And I know that this is 36 radical 2. Okay, so first I need to do is write a similarity statement. Okay, and I'm going to do S corresponds to S over here. T in the small triangle corresponds to B in the bigger triangle. Now R on the little triangle corresponds to Q. Okay. Now they want me to find QR, that is the X. Okay. So you set up a proportionality. I like to start with the unknown. I'm gonna do 36 minus 6. Now the good thing about these triangles, they're oriented the same way. The left side on the small triangle corresponds to the left side of the big triangle. What is the left side? What is the left side of the big triangle?
$36.
36, so the left side would be 36. Now give me another side of the small triangle that you know.
24.
So this will be 24. And 24 is the right side. What is the right side of the big triangle?
36.
36. Okay, so part of the trick is you need to redraw the 2 triangles. There's a small one and a bigger one. Okay, and the only tricky part is how do you find this length? To find this length, you do the big piece minus the bigger one. Okay, now you cross multiplying.
Or you guys can multiply both sides by 36 and cancel out the bottoms. That's the possibility too.
Yeah, 32. Well, either way it will cancel, okay? Now cross multiply this. That give you 24 multiplied by 36. Now, like Francis said, you want to divide both sides by 36. You know what? I don't like this number. It looks like 26. Let me fix it. Divide by 36. Now, because these numbers are the same, they cancel. These numbers are the same. Oh, no, no. That 36 will cancel, and on the other side, the 36 will cancel. So you have 24 is equal to 36 minus 6. Get the x by itself. How will you get the x by itself? Minus 36 minus 36. These are opposites, they cancel. So you have 24 minus 36 will give you negative 12. And that's equal to negative x. Get the x by itself. Divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. So the answer will be x is equal to 12.
And that's segment QR, by the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if any of you noticed, but 36 and 36 are the same. So that means it's an isosceles triangle. And how Mr. Rivas showed it was perfect because you need to see the math. But from that point, do you see that you could have just simply, sorry, I'm letting people in, taken 36 equals 24 plus x? Because if ST is 24, then guess what SR is going to be? 24. And 24 plus x makes 36. So you could have done it that way too, if you see that. Because if you can see that 36 and 36 are isosceles, and the smaller triangle fits inside the bigger one, then those are isosceles, which means 24 on one side is the same as the other. Okay? But if you don't see that, what Mr. Rivas did is what you need to do. I'm just trying to show you guys.
Yeah, what makes this problem easier is that the left side, the big side is 36 and the right side is 36. So the
Right.
fact that they're equal kind of makes the problem a lot easier. Yeah. So what I suggest is try the other ones. Give me about a minute to put this in Google Classroom. And then in about 10, 15 minutes, either me or Fraser can do another problem for you guys, okay?
So we know that for sure that this side and this side, we're pretty sure match up, even though we don't have a similarity. The reason is because we have this parallel thing, okay? So it's saying these are parallel with the little thing. So we're gonna say 30, that'll be one thing we could do, okay? So because they're parallel, I am guessing that, I'm gonna go out on a limb and tell me if I'm wrong, Mr. Rivas, that x is to 38.6.
Yes.
Okay, so that'll be my next one. So I'm saying that this side is similar to this side, okay? So let me put my boxes. Now on this one, there's no extra information like the last one so that I could just, you know, do math. I mean, it's all math, don't get me wrong, but do it simple. So I'm going to take small to big, line up your numbers, and small to big. Okay. Now we're looking for BC. This is the one I want, B to C, which is my X. Okay. I'm going to cross multiply. So 60 times X equals 30 times 38.6. So, okay. Now I want to get rid of the 60. Okay. I could do all the multiplication, but as Mr. Rivas has taught us, if we can factor out and get rid of stuff early, that's a whole lot easier. So there's a 30 here. It ends in a 0. So I'm thinking to myself, does 30 go into 60? Well, yeah, twice. So I'm going to say to myself, 30 times 2 times X equals 30 times 38.6. So I'm going to divide by 30 both sides. Okay. That gets rid of that. So now it's just 2x equals 38.6. Well, that's a whole lot easier. Whole lot easier. So I'll divide by 2. And if you're not sure, just take 38.6 off to the side. 2 goes into 3 once, leaving 1 left over, bring down the 8. 2 goes into 18, 9, don't forget your decimal. Okay, bring down the 6. 2 goes into 6, 3 times evenly, and I'm done. So my answer, X equals 19.3. But they didn't ask for X. They did it in a roundabout way, but they said we want BC. So in order to write it properly, you say segment BC equals 19.3. And let me zoom out so you can get that whole thing, because I might have done that kind of fast. Sorry. Am I there? There. So look at that. And let me know if that helps. Yeah, several of you are having issues with Zoom because of Wi-Fi and stuff. No worries. I get it. Just hop back on when you can. Or if you get it and you don't need to hop back on, it's up to you if you're having that many issues.
I'm confused on the part where with the 60x equals 30, 38 plus, yeah, they're
How
right
I
there.
got here?
Mhm.
Okay, so I cross multiplied. I said X times 60 and 30 times 38.6. It's that cross multiplying we did from last week. So X times 60 is here. 38.6 times 30 is here. So I just wrote it that way. And then I tried to figure out how am I going to get X by itself. Realized that there's a number ending in 0 here and a number ending in 0 here. So I'm thinking, well, does 30 go into 60? It does. If I factor it out, 30 times 2 times X, then I can divide by 30, leaving me 2X and 38.6. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I go a little fast, so you got to go, whoa, crazy, back up. No, okay.
So it's
Can you do another problem?
Yeah, well, hold on. Let the other question finish, and then was it Devin?
yeah.
What was your question?
I was gonna say if it's okay for if x's we can get decimals for our x's.
Yes, because you're having a decimal. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
you have a decimal in the problem, so that would make sense you'd get a decimal.
Yeah, in this case, a decimal would be okay.
Yeah.
Because one of the sides they gave it to you in decimal.
Yeah. Somebody wanted me to do another one? Which one? I can do it. I just need to know which one. Who was asking me? I heard your wonderful voice. Oh, come on, don't be shy now. I just wanted to finish up this problem. I'm happy to do another one, you guys. Just tell me which one you'd like to see.
If you're comfortable doing number 7 in the back. On page
Okay, let's see. The heights of two vertical posts are 2 meters and 0.45 meters. When the shorter post casts a shadow that is, oh, okay, let me try. These shadow ones kill me. And see, Mr. Rivas knows that, so he's challenging me.
The trick to this problem is making the drawing.
Yeah, so you tell me if I'm doing this right. Okay, number 7. So I have a vertical post. And boy, you can't see that, can you? Let me zoom in for just this. There we go. You have a vertical post here. Okay. And then you have another one over here, which seems a lot shorter. Okay. Now, when the shorter post casts a shadow, so casting a shadow, I have no idea if that's the right shadow, but we'll go with it. Okay, so the sun's over here, it's casting a shadow. Nope, that's the wrong shadow, huh? It's on the ground. Is it on the ground or is it up here?
Well, that's okay. You just draw the horizontal length.
Okay, so I think the shadow is on the ground and we connect it.
Yeah.
So let me label, okay, let me put this on the ground and we connect it a little lighter. Okay, so this post is 2 meters. This post is 0.45 meters. The shorter post casts a shadow that's longer, 0.85 meters long, okay? What is the length of the longer post shadow to the nearest hundredth? So that tells you we might get a decimal, might. So now we're comparing, okay? We're gonna compare this side to this side, and this side to this side.
Yeah, shadow
Okay.
to shadow.
So let's do our boxes so we don't mess them up. Okay. Now guys, I don't do this just for you. I do this for me too, because with my dyslexia, I get messed up. Okay, so big to small. So 2 to 0.45, okay, equals x to 0.85, okay? Now it's like what we've been working with before. You cross multiply. I like having my x on the left, so I'm going to say 0.45 times x. Times x equals 2 times 0.85. So in this case, we only have one number. You can combine them. I would definitely, well, I would use a calculator.
In this
Yes.
case, what I recommend is, because we cannot factor decimals.
Right.
Right?
So,
We actually use a calculator.
so I'm going to take 2 times 85.
Mhm.
So I'm going to take 2 times, oops, see, I need my decimal. 2 times 0.85 is 1.7, okay? Now, I need to get x by itself. It's being multiplied. I got to get rid of 0.45. Okay, that goes away. Now, I have my 1.7. I need to divide by 0.45. And it said round to the nearest hundredth. So this is tenths. The first 7 is tenths. The second 7 is hundredths. But I need to look at the third in the thousandths and go, is it 5 or more? Then I got to add 1 to that 7 to make it 8. So that becomes 3.78. Now,
Basically,
here's the important part. They told us it was meters. So I need to put meters. The other thing is I'm not done. This was a word question. It said, what is the length of the long post shadow to the nearest hundredth? So yes, I'm gonna, oh my gosh, make you right. So the longer posts shadow is, and then you just write it, 30.78 meters. And I got that from the question. Now I'm done, because you have to have both. No cheating and thinking, oh, I can just put this. I want to know what that relates to. So let me zoom out so you can see the whole thing. So bigger post little post shadow. Not sure of the big post shadow, so I have to set up my ratio and do the math. Once I do the math, oh look, the longer post shadow, X, is 30.78 meters.
That's what I want you to notice is once you make the drawing, the problem is not kind of like any of the other problems we've done.
Notice I made it triangles because we've been dealing with triangles. It just, you know.
So the trick is making the drawing. Once you make it, you're almost there.
Wait, so Mister,
Mm-hmm.
in the sheet that you like posted on Google Classroom,
Yeah.
there is 6 questions on the first section and 6 questions on the other page. Do we do all of them or only the last 6 questions?
You do all of them.
Oh,
Okay, wait. Serena had a question on the last one. Hold on.
You know what? I did 2 in the video. And how many have we done right now?
Oh,
Three?
yeah.
I'm just trying to practice on them, but I was just asking because we've been only doing like the what is it? These questions on the bottom. So I was asking what the ones on the top.
Yeah, there's 2 pages. There's the ones on the front of the page. And all they're asking is, are they similar? Yes or no? And how do you know? And in the back, you have to find the missing length.
So the first page is like the video he did, and the first one he did. The back of the page is like what the last 2 I just did. Or the last 3 we just did.
Okay, thank you.
So the last page you should be used to because that's what we've been practicing in the past. The new material is the first page. And he did 2 on the video,
Okay.
and then he did 2 more. So that's 4, 5, 6. So we've done almost half
Yeah, we
because
almost.
there's 13 problems.
Mhm.
So no excuses. And remember, we have tutoring tomorrow. So come in, get help.
Yeah, come in so we can help you. Because I understand this is, yes, it's just a trick is setting up the problem. Once you set it up, the math is not that complicated.
Right,
If you need help on how to set the problem, come in and we can help you.
right. Because the math I think you guys get once we get there, it's the setting up. And I get the new material is a little confusing. So come in and get help on that. And then if you got that, you're good to go. Okie dokie. And those of you that have questions on makeup assignments and stuff, I would definitely come in. I know some of you have gotten behind. I'm behind on paperwork myself, I understand. But do the new material first. Always do that first and then go back, because a lot of times the new material will give you more information and the older material will be like, oh, I get that. Got it, you know.
Yeah, like I told you guys, the math, I'm sure many of you guys can do it. The problem is, where do you put the number? You put it on top, you put it on the bottom. If that's the problem, how do you set it up? Once you set it up, the math, it should not be that complicated.
Okay, so yeah, again, those of you that are stuck on stuff, come to tutoring tomorrow. Otherwise, I might have time after school. I'm trying to think if I have time after school today. I hate to say it, but this evening, after I do dinner, I could do an hour or so, but you have to email me. And I'm talking like, I know this is terrible, but I'm talking like around 8 o'clock tonight. Number 2, on which page? First page, second page. Wait, did we do number 2 already? No. Yeah, which page? Do you want the first one or the second one? Second page. Okay, let me set it up. You guys are so patient. Okay. Let's see. Number 2, second page. This was second page too, but I think there's only one number 7, so I'm running out of lead. This is not cool, and it's funny lead, so I'll use my pen this time, but really don't make fun of my drawing. All right, I'm gonna go freehand. I know that's bad. Okay, so we have a triangle, and it looks to be isosceles, and we have, oh gosh, that was a really bad line. Okay, there's X, and then there's 20. We have G, and we have H, and we have I, and I make your eyes this way so they don't look like a 1. We have a U and a W, and we have 13 and 26. Now, they're saying that these two sides are the same, and these two sides are the same. Oh, check it out. It's isosceles. Sweet. Which means 20 and X are parallel, even though I didn't draw it that way. Please forgive me. So now it's asking for I, U. So what do we want? We want this one. So that means I need to use this one. And then I need something that's congruent to compare it to. Well, here's the problem. I have 26, which is this side. That's sweet and dandy, but I don't have this side. Well, actually I do. If I take 26 and add it to 13, guess what I have? 6 plus 3 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. Hold on one second. Sorry. Can you, Alexandra Beltran, can you put him on attendance, please? Because, yeah, I got logged out. Again. I love Synergy, but I hate Synergy. Okay. All right. So that means I need to take, and you're like, Ms. Fraser, there's all these things. Yes. So let me clarify. Take 26 and 39. Okay, so now I'm going to set up, and I know that it's hard to see pink and orange, but just bear with me. Okay, so we have orange, and we have pink. And that's what we're comparing. Okay, great, my headphones are dying. Okay, so I'm going to take big to small. And if I do that, I got to take big to small. And I know you may say X isn't big. Well, we don't know what X is, so it might be big. Let's hope it's big, because it's part of the bigger triangle. So now we cross multiply. So I like my X's on the left, so 26 times X equals 39 times 20. All right, so now the question is, I can factor these. I just happen to know my 26s and my 39s. I know that sounds weird, but I do. I know that 26 is 13 times 2 times X, and those all happen to be primes. Knowing that, I'm going to say is 39 or 2 in either one of these. Well, 2 is in 20, so 2 times 10, yay. But, whoops, I did that wrong. Whew. Bad. Okay, there we go. 39 happens to be 13 times 3. Don't ask me why that sticks in my head from when I was in math in high school, but it did. So now I've got my 13, check, and my 2, check. Sweet. So I'm going to divide by 13 times 2. Divide by 13 times 2. That all goes away, leaving x, which is what I want. 13 goes away, 2 goes away, and now I have 3 times 10. So you can either rewrite it so you don't lose track. And then we're looking for IU, which was x. So you could put IU equals 3 times 10 is 30. And is it bigger than 20? Yes. So that's good news, because it should be, because it says it's bigger based on the picture. Does that make sense? Or did I go too fast again? Hopefully.
Yeah, and based on the drawing, they give you a bunch of numbers.
Right.
Like I said, the key is you have to understand what goes to where. You know, like she
You
did
could,
big triangle, small one, big to small one.
yeah, you could draw these separate, but when you draw GU, you have to take 26 plus 13. Does that make sense? So,
Yeah, and that's a challenge. How do you find the side that they give you? Sometimes you add them, sometimes you subtract.
right.
The biggest challenge I have is the triangle. I always get confused how to
Yeah,
set it up.
it's a setup. I did too when I was your age, because geometry and shapes, I still have spatial relation problems. My family, it's a joke in my family, my immediate. They wait for me to say that's not going to fit. And then they're like, oh, it will. Because
Yeah,
I can't see the space.
and for this problem is sometimes if you redraw the small triangle and the big one, then you can see it.
Right. And I didn't do that, but I could have gone over here and gone like here and done, oh boy, the small one. So G, H, and GW, and gone 20 and 26. And then I could have done the bigger one. Okay, and this is GI and GU, but here I have to say 26 plus 13, and then this is X. And then I take my X is to 20 as, and you can do green or orange. I'm gonna stick with orange because that's what I did. 26 is to 26 plus 13, which we know is 39. So if that helps you see that, then do that. And of course, we know these are parallel and these are parallel. Not parallel. Oh my gosh. Congruent. They're isosceles. Ah, too much vocabulary for a Monday morning. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, the key is setting up the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Once you set it up, problem, the solving it shouldn't be an issue.
Right. So remember too, not to forget about when after you cross out, to bring these down. Okay. Don't forget the leftovers. This is leftover. That makes sense. Because that was a mistake I used to make when I was doing this stuff. Okay, we got about 14 minutes. Any other questions? Now's the time to ask. And remember, tutoring tomorrow, 7:40.
Could you go over the fourth step where your finger's at? Or the, no, not
This
there.
one?
Yeah,
Here.
there you go.
Okay, oh, I just brought down the X, because this is all gone. And I looked at what was over, the 3 and the 10. So then I made sure I covered everything. and then I just said, what is 3 times 10? Oh, it's 30. And IU is X. So I just changed the label because that's what they asked for. Thank you, because we also need some distraction. Hey, no growling, puffball. Of course she was, because she likes your brother better than me.
Of course.
Of course she was. And there she goes. Okay. Devin, did that kind of help? I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I go kind of fast. I will work on slowing down. Anybody else? Another question?
How about the you see where the highlighted yellow is at? What
Uh-huh.
did you do in the area? Yeah.
Okay, so I just highlighted what was left over so that I would have it down here.
No, yeah, I
I
get
just-
that, but how did you set up that whole part of it? If you get what I mean.
Well, this is set up this way because I had 26 was 13 times 2, and 39 is 13 times 3, and 29 is 2 times 10, and I'm trying to get rid of 13 times 2. So I divided by 13 times 2, so this goes away, leaving the X to bring down. And then this 13 cancels out. This 2 cancels out, leaving the 3 to bring down and the 10 to bring down. And then I can combine those because they're like terms. I just multiply them to get to 30. Kind of. If you're still lost, be honest.
Devin, if you don't mind doing a little work, you factor everything completely, you get the same answer.
Right. See, I could have factored the 10.
10 is,
These are all prime. 5 times 2, but it would have, you still would have had to
yeah, you-
multiply 3 times 5 times 2.
2 times 5 would also give you 30. So if you don't mind doing,
Wait,
but
Yes,
So-
Noemi?
this is right here. It's basically what we've been doing already.
Yes, the second page is just review. The first page is the new material on the video.
Okay. Because it looks different. That's why I'm like kind of confused. But the
Well,
steps are the same.
It's kind of, not really. I mean, it's basically what we were doing last week. We're just trying to find the missing side.
Yeah.
Well, which one can I do? Let me show you another one. Give me a number.
On the second page,
Is that where you're lost?
did you?
I can do-
Yeah. Did you already do Good is it 1 or 5?
I have not done 1 or 5.
I did one.
Huh?
I did, oh no, I did 5.
Oh, okay. Did you do 5? Let me see.
So,
Did you do 5 in the video?
yeah,
Oh, okay. So he did 5 in the video. Okay, so let me do 1. Okay, 1. This is the
Okay.
second page. Okay, we are
Thank you.
looking. Say again?
I just said thank you.
Oh, absolutely. So we're looking for side JL. So these triangles are already separated. So that makes it nice. So we have a small triangle here. Okay, and this is Y 10. This is Z. And we have this little symbol here. This is 13. We have this little symbol. And this is X. Okay, so that's the first one. Now we have the bigger one. And yeah, it's not the same, but whatever. K, 20, L, same symbol. Oh, that's a good sign because that means they probably match up in similarity
yeah,
and
they're
same symbol.
the same way.
Okay, so this, we would say they're congruent by angle, side, angle, or side, angle, side, either way. So what we need to do is match up and go, okay, what do we have? because they're similar and they're set the same way, right angle, that means that this side is congruent to this side. Now, they gave us two choices. They gave us the 35. Oh, but wait, they didn't give me anything here. So this is extra info I don't need to worry about. I do need to know X, which is JL, and that matches up to XZ, okay? So if I do my little boxes, I'm gonna go green to green and orange to orange. And I'm gonna go big to small. It doesn't matter how you do it as long as you're consistent. So if you go small to big, make sure you go small to big. If you go big to small, then go big to small. And I know it's hard to see X is big, but we don't know what it is yet. So we have to assume it's big because it's on the big triangle. So now again, we cross multiply. 10 times X. And because we like to factor, I keep them separate. 20 times 13. Now, there's a 0 here and a 0 here. That means there's probably a 10 in 20. So if I divide by 10, and I can factor this out. So let me get a 10x. 10 times 2 times 13, okay? So see how I split these up, okay? I divide by 10, divide by 10. X is by itself, yay, that was my goal. 10 takes out 10. Now I have 2 times 13 left. Okay, so I bring those down. Now my X, what I'm looking for, okay, my X is JO, and that's the answer they want, so I'm already going to change it so I don't have to rewrite it again. JL is 2 times 13, or 13 plus 13, which is 26. And that is, whoops, that, if that helps.
If we have any questions on this assignment, we can email you guys, right?
Absolutely. Even if it's just, could you help me set up? Because then I think once you guys get to this point, you know how to do this stuff here. Does that make sense? So you can say, I'm having problems with, and usually what I'll do is first send you the setup, and then say, if you're still stuck, email me back and let me know. And then I'll go one more step, because I'm trying to get you guys to see it. And then again, you can join us for tutoring. I know it's 7:40 in the morning, but come be with us so we're not lonely. We have to get up too. So yeah, I mean, we've done, shoot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's that? 6, yeah, 6. 6 so far, and he did another 1 or 2 on the video, so that's over half, which is awesome. So,
Miss, can you show all the problems you did?
oh, well, Mr. Rivas did, I did one different though.
Oh,
So that's okay. So wait, he did number 3. Whoops. So he did number 3, and that was just what is it by? This is the first page. I didn't label that. Hold on. This is the first page. And this is all it is. You're just deciding which of the 3 is it. Does that make sense? So because these are parallel, this angle has to be the same as this one has to be the same as this one, so it's angle, angle. But if like they were to give tick marks, then it would be, you know, side, 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 or side, angle, side, depending on what information they give you. Okay. And then this one that he did a lot more work to show you step by step. I cheated and said, well, if this is 36 and this is 36, then if I take 36 minus 24, I'll know X. So I said 36 equals 24 plus X. Subtracted 24 and got 12. So I knew that QR was 12. Because my brain jumped there. He showed you more steps, which is better. So you see the end process. Okay. And again, he recorded these, so they'll be on Google Classroom. And then we did number 4. And again, these are in will be in Google Classroom after he's done recording. And then the last 2 that we did. Do you need me to show you the last 2? I don't know if that's not. Okay, you got 3 minutes. Do you want me to set up one? I won't have time to solve it, but I can set it up. 2 minutes. Yes, please. Which one? Give me a number and page. So the number and which page?
Can we try one?
Okay, 3 on page 19. Is that?
Second page.
Oh, second page. 3. Okay. Wait, we did 3 already.
I think that.
Mr. Rivas did 3. This is 3. But I didn't set it up the same way he did.
And it'll be on the video.
Yeah, it'll be in the video. But this is how I did 3, because I saw that 36 and 36, it's an isosceles triangle, which means this, let me show you. If this is 24, then this is 24, okay? So I knew that I needed 24 plus x equaled 36, which is what I put. And then I just did the math. But he did it more step by step with the how we've been doing it. I kind of took the shortcut, if that makes sense. So email us if you have questions. If you really need one-on-one, I will try and remember to check my email tonight. I usually do in the evening. I know I've got dinner I've got to make before my kids have to, because they have school, so I got to get them to bed at a decent hour, which hasn't been happening lately. They're a junior and senior, and yeah.
We'll try tutoring tomorrow.
So, yes, definitely come to tutoring tomorrow.
Good.
Please.
That's a lot of help, and some of you are not taking advantage of it.
And I would rather you get this assignment done now, because remember on Wednesday, we usually have another one. So if you can get this one done and turned in, then you're golden, especially if you're behind. Try and finish this one today, and then come to tutoring tomorrow so we can talk to you about where you're behind and what we can do about it. Okay, guys? Have a good lunch. Remember, class, you got one more, 4th period. You are very welcome. And I will look for emails tonight, but tutoring tomorrow. All right?
You tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes.
Take care, Mr. Rivas.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Devin.